Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Awesome, thanks. And how are you doing, Power Queen?
I'm good, thank you, Power Queen. Oh my gosh, technology and everything crazy, right?
Right, right. I was like about to have a panic attack. I'm not gonna
I
lie. I was like,
know.
oh, maybe there's some.
I
I
was
was like, maybe
wondering.
there's something wrong with my
I
network. I'm like, no.
know. I know. I thought, okay, there must be something wrong with her page. Why can I not see her? Did she forget what's happening? But yay, we made it. We
We
made
made
it.
it. We made it. We made it. Thank you so
Yes.
much for taking out your precious Friday evening to take a moment just to chat with me. I have been
Thank you
looking
for
forward
having
to this.
me, Tandy.
It's an absolute pleasure. I've been a fan of yours for a long time.
Aw.
So me right now, just spending a few minutes, virtually communicating with you and having an
Right.
awesome chat was flipping amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for everyone that has joined this conversation. We see you and we
Yay! Hey,
appreciate you. So
everyone.
yay, 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 yay. So, yeah, again, thank you for allowing me to chat to you tonight. This is obviously going to be very casual
Cool.
and quick because I don't want to, obviously everyone's at home and it's Friday and they want to spend time with their family and friends. So let's get right into it. So,
Perfect.
Leanne Dlamini, what is
Yes.
your power story? So, what is the one moment in your life, something that you experienced, something life changing, something so significant that you can honestly say it defines the woman that you are today?
Wow. Sorry, I have a child. You see, that's live and like real life. Are you okay, sweetie? Okay, mommy's gonna speak for 5 minutes. Okay. Let me tell
Oh
you,
wow,
her and
that
her
is so
sister,
cute.
they are fighting so much since lockdown. Like anytime
Really?
they're in close proximity with each other for too long, like bath time is a complete nightmare
That
because
is
then
the
they end up
cutest.
fighting if they're in the bathroom together. It's a disaster. But anyway, so sorry about that, hun.
Not a
Sorry.
problem at all. Not a problem at all.
Right. So for me, what is my power story? I think, I really can't say that there is one thing
Mm,
that really changed everything for me, changed my mindset, changed the
yeah.
direction of my life, because I really believe that every single event or whatever it is that happens in your life experience is one thing that will lead to the big thing ultimately.
Yes.
So for me, the a defining moment in my life was definitely having my children,
Mm,
having daughters and having girls. I really just wanted them to have that support from other women. I wanted them
mm,
to feel the love whenever they were around women. I wanted them to share the love, even though they're not sharing
yes.
it right now. But eventually they will. And I think having children really changes you. So for me, that would be one of the turning points in my life. And then, when I tell my story, I tell people all the time, as women, we get to a point in our lives where we kind of tick the boxes. So you'll see
Mm,
with you, okay, I've got the degree, I've got the job, great girl, great guy, I'm married,
yes.
have kids, and
Yes.
then but you still have that nagging feeling inside, like there is
Yes.
something that I need to do
Yeah.
that is my purpose, and I know that there's something bigger and something more. And for me, that happened around 30 years old. So if
Okay.
anyone is younger than 30 worried about whether when is your big break, when's your time coming, looking at other people doing so
Yes.
well, thriving, they're blooming, and you're like, what is happening? I still don't know
Yes.
what I'm going to study, or I don't
Yes.
have a job. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't compare yourself to other women. So for me, I think that really happened after I turned 30, and I ticked the boxes, married, kids, music career was doing well. I'd won 2 summers, a Metro FM award, but
Awesome.
I just knew that there was something that I needed to do that was bigger than me. And that's when God really just said, use the platform that I've given you, which is social media, which I already had. I didn't need a stage or to be on some TV show. Use this platform and just spread the message of love and sisterhood to the women that are watching. It didn't even need to be many, just the 1,000 followers that you have. Spread that message of sisterhood, and that's how it's going to spread across networks and countries right now. So that's really the defining moment for me when I started End Girl Hate on social media, and it was really just me encouraging women and saying,
and I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I feel like it's so important for women to truly understand that defining moment in your life at that time. That was the time you decided to just buckle up and do it. You know, whether you have 1,000 followers or, because I know that women look at themselves and go, there's no way people will want to even listen to my story or like my post. I'm little old me. I only have 500 followers, so there's no point. And then they give up too quick.
Exactly. Absolutely. Girls,
determined is this so powerful.
Absolutely. Stop selling yourself short. You are more powerful than you will ever know. And all you need is the 500 followers that you have, because your network is bigger than that 500. All you need is for one friend to tell someone else, and someone else will tell someone else. And that's what sisterhood is about. It's about rising together. You know, when someone gets to the top, you push her up, someone else comes up underneath you, pushes you, and that's really what it needs to be about. But ladies, just start whatever it is, whenever you want to start it. And I keep saying, I think right now, what really is going on in my mind is stop overthinking it. I think people overthink everything too much, and you end up procrastinating so much and putting everything off. Don't overthink it. Just do it. If you wake up one morning and you feel like, today I'm actually going to work on that business plan, or I'm going to call this person, I'm going to apply for that job, I'm going to start my own network or my own business. Just start, even if it's something simple as setting up the Instagram or Facebook page. Don't overthink it. Don't delay anything anymore, girls.
I often when I have those moments, because they do happen, you know, I always remind myself, I have to constantly remind myself that overthinking is pretty much another form of self-sabotage. And then when I begin to think about it, and I really really think about what that means, I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I've got to get out of this. Because I always try to motivate myself, and I always try to remind myself that the more I think, the more I'm self-sabotaging myself. So that's a really powerful statement. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. That's a powerful secret to you.
No, really. Don't overthink anything. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. You know,
and there never will be.
There never will be. This is the moment. This is the time that you need to just do whatever it is you need to do. This is the youngest you're going to be, and this is the oldest you're going to be right now, today. So girls, just push yourselves. You can do it.
Yes. And while we're on the topic of thinking, I need to ask you a question. Can you please talk about your Love and Light apparel, because that is bomb. That is, seriously, it's so bomb. It actually motivated me to also try and create my own merch. Well, not now though, but seeing it out, like, it's so beautiful, it's so youthful, but yet so classy and so powerful and so sexy and so feminine. It's everything. How did you come to think of that type of concept, and how did you kind of put together the puzzle and go, that's what I need to do?
You know, so how that really started was when End Girl Hate really started growing and people wanted the movement to be in their spaces and started inviting me out to schools, I thought, okay, we're not making money off of this. People need help. We want to spread the message as well. How can we make the movement sustainable and self-sustainable, so that I don't need to be working 24/7 to support the movement? Because, you know, that's what happens as an entrepreneur, right? And if you're running an organization, trying to run a business, it's you and your money for the longest time. So I wanted to really make it self-sustainable. And I thought, okay, you know what? I love t-shirts. I love the graphic printed tees. I love cute
Yes.
sayings. And I think I kind of just saw an idea. I actually started with the hoodies. I'm wearing one of them today.
So,
So yes, thank you. So it started like in winter 5 years ago. We said, okay, we're just going to do End Girl Hate hoodies, just to keep girls warm, to spread the message of sisterhood. And then because I love inspirational quotes, and that's such a big part of how the movement
I'm
really
guilty
got
of
out
that.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just thought, let me put it on a t-shirt so that we are wearing our hearts on our chest for
That
everyone to
is
see
brilliant.
what we stand for, who we are, and do so unapologetically. Because I see
Yes.
people wearing tees with quotes and sayings and all sorts of things. And I thought to myself, why can't we wear inspirational merchandise and still look
Yes.
cute? And also, girls, and to you too, Thandi, like, I wish you all the success in the world with your merch. Please keep going, don't stop. But
Thank you
and
so much.
make sure that it is true to who you are.
Yeah.
So I wasn't trying to really fit into a trend or be trendy. I just thought,
Yes.
what would I wear?
Yeah.
And I think that's the success of any business or brand. If you are
100%.
authentic,
Okay.
and this is what Leanne really would wear on any day, with this
Yes.
quote, to style her tees and her jeans like that, people will buy into it because they actually see that it is true to who you are.
Yes.
So that's really
Yes.
just how it started.
Yes. And I love that. I love that because I came to that realization not that long ago. I
Mm-hmm.
was being authentic to myself with the previous business that I owned, but when I shut that one down and I thought, no, it's because it wasn't speaking to my heart anymore.
Right, right,
People loved it, I loved it, but it just was not speaking to my heart at that moment. And
right.
for me, that was a defining moment because I had to now challenge myself because I really loved that company that I owned. So I
Mm-hmm.
was passionate about it. I cried and I worked hard and I
Mm-hmm.
really put my heart and soul into it. And then I just had this moment where I was like, I can do better and I want to reach
Right,
more people. And I
right,
don't want to give them the average me. I want to give
right,
my all the time. And
right.
that's how I started Power Queens. And I've
Amazing.
branded twice and it's not even a year old. You
Wow.
know,
Wow.
but I
But
feel
you
that
see
I got it
how everything that happened led you to where you are now. If you
exactly.
didn't go through that experience with that business and really see that, okay, this is not where I want to be and what I need to be doing, you would never have gotten there. So keep
Yes,
doing and trying every single thing that you want to try, because it will be the thing that leads to the thing.
100%. Well
Yeah.
said. So,
Thank you.
and then while we're on defining moments and all of that, how would you describe the power of storytelling? Would you say that it's something that a lot more, not even just women, but people in
Mhm.
general, do you feel that people need to be more real with their stories and share the realness of their stories to truly motivate people and help people and heal
Absolutely.
people?
Absolutely. I think there is so much power in sharing your story and being vulnerable. And
Yeah.
when we open up and share, we connect with people we
Yes.
never would have. Never.
Yes.
So sometimes you holding back and not sharing your story is not helping you, because someone out there needs to hear it, even if it's
Yes.
just one person. They're going through the same thing that you went through and they don't know how they're actually going to get through it. And here you are with this incredible story of how you've overcome so many obstacles and how you're thriving right now, and you're not sharing it. So I really believe in sharing our stories, opening up with people, because we'll just connect with so many more people. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will.
Yeah. I completely agree, and I'm so grateful that you feel the same way because it means a lot to me. Considering the fact
Yeah,
that you're on live right now talking to me, so it
yeah.
means a lot to me for you to co-sign, Power Story. So I appreciate that. And last but not least, what is your definition of a power queen?
Wow. My definition of a power queen is a woman who is true to who she is, who is unapologetic about what she stands for, who she is, the direction of her life. A woman who goes after what it is that she wants, who stands her truth, and who's not afraid to stand up to people, even if she stands alone. And that to me is a power queen, a woman who is fearless, who is resilient, and someone who just lives her truth. You are a power queen. Look at you.
Thank
Rising
you.
and thriving. And I'm seeing so many women, like, and young women, just step out. You guys are the next generation of queens, for real, for real.
Thank you so, so much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you are and what you stand for. I think it's amazing, and like I said earlier, I've always been a huge fan. I'm still a fan. I'm always going to be a fan, because what you're doing is powerful, and you are the epitome of a power queen. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you to everyone for joining me tonight. We appreciate you.
Yes, we appreciate you. Do you want to go through some of the comments or questions?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I can spare a couple minutes just to see who's on there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So everyone that has questions?
Hey, Karen. Hey, Miss Munchie. Yummy Mommy.
Hey. Oh my God.
You need to have her on your talk show.
I actually had her as what she actually spoke at one of my first events for the first company I spoke about, Limited Social Club, and she came with her team of power queens, and they put on this fashion show. It was amazing. Miss Mancha is amazing.
Amazing, yes, and she does Money Mondays now, so I think that's really important. She has such incredible lessons to teach us, and as young women, we really need to take responsibility of our finances. You really do, girls.
Really do.
Awesome. So thank you so much to everyone that joined. Who else? Monique Duplessis. Hey, girl. No questions, just love. Life of Zen. Your hair looks great. Thank you. Awesome. Just all love. All love. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And thank you so much for having me, Thandi. Really appreciate it. I'm here for you anytime you need me. You need some advice with business or the brand.
I will. This is not going to be the end of a conversation. This is not going to be the end of powerful conversation. So thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Have an amazing weekend with your amazing family.
You too, honey. You too. And stay safe. Stay safe,
guys.
You. Bye. Bye. Bye, sis.
Bye.